Hi everyone, happy Monday. I am back with another Myth Monday to discuss. This myth that I'm going to share is one of my favorite topics to discuss when I was working in treatment. This was one of my favorite group sessions to facilitate, and so I'm really excited to share this because it's pretty simple, but I also think that the simple explanation is something that a lot of people don't really know about, and so I am here to share that. So the myth that I want to talk about today is that everyone experiences the same love languages. And also, like, I usually keep my notes here, but for today I'm putting them up here and let's see how that works. So to begin with, when you talk about love languages, you usually think of acts of service, physical touch, a lot of those pretty neurotypical love languages, right? And so as somebody who's neurodivergent, maybe it's hard to find or recognize yourself within those. And so a lot of people don't know that there are neurodivergent love languages, okay? And so in this video, I'm gonna be discussing 5 of them, and I'm gonna leave my favorite one for last. So we have body doubling, support swapping, penguin pebbling, deep pressure, and info dumping. So to begin with, body doubling is basically, it's somewhat of quality time, but it's without the direct interaction with the individual. So body doubling could be you watching TV and your partner reading a book. It could be you working on a puzzle, somebody else on their phone. Just having that other person in the same vicinity as you, it could be a form of intimacy. And a lot of people do body doubling on FaceTime. It's also a very helpful thing to do when you're trying to accomplish homework. If you're on FaceTime with somebody and someone's doing their homework, maybe you can start cleaning your room. And you don't necessarily need to be in direct communication with them. It's just the fact that their presence is there is really powerful. So that's what body doubling is. Second is support swapping. This is a really cool love language because it really shows the care that you have for your partner. So for example, let's say that you struggle with hydration. You never remember to drink water, and then your partner struggles with taking their medication on time. Every time you think about, hey, my love, you need to take your medication, your partner could then say, hey, have you drank any water? And so basically, instead of focusing and kind of putting the pressure on yourself of the different responsibilities and things that sometimes are very difficult for you to continue doing or for you to accomplish, you could have your partner support you in those endeavors. Next is penguin pebbling. This one's so cute because, again, it's kind of like gift giving, but it's much more special and much more specific. So the reason why it's even called penguin pebbling is because when you see penguins in the wild, they usually have a mate forever. And the way that they do this is that they hold a little pebble in their feet and they kind of walk around. And then when they have the love of their life, they give that pebble to that person or to that penguin. And so to the outside person, to the outside perspective, it's just a pebble. What does that even mean? But to the penguins, it is everything and more. And so when you do that in your own relationship, let's say, for example, I love the color purple because I do. If my partner goes and finds a button that's purple, or finds purple nail polish, or just sees something in the wild that is purple and it reminds them of me, and then they bring it back to me, no matter how small or insignificant, that shows connection, that shows love, that shows care. And so there are so many different ways of doing penguin pebbling because people just have so many different interests. And so if you really care about someone and they're really into giraffes or ostriches or something completely random, and you see something that could vaguely remind you of them and you give that to them, that's a form of love language. It's a form of intimacy, and that's really important. Deep pressure. I love deep pressure. It's basically just deep pressure, right? You could do deep pressure in the form of laying on someone, on squeezing certain body parts, like their hands, their shoulders, their torso, things of that nature. It's very grounding. It's a nice physical form of connection, and a lot of people don't necessarily think of it as a love language because it's not just intercourse, right? It's not just direct intimacy, but this is a different form of intimacy that could be really powerful. And the last one I want to discuss is info dumping. I love info dumping. This is the entire reason why I even created this page, is because I love to share the things that I'm interested in, and I want to provide information and education to anyone that's willing to listen. And so basically, info dumping is when you share one of your deep passions, your special interests with a loved one. So that could be brain dumping about World War II. It could be brain dumping about One Piece. It could be brain dumping about literally anything that you have passion for. And so when you have somebody that does that, it could be a little draining. It could be a little taxing, but you have to understand that the reason why they're doing this is because they love you so much and they want to share the thing that makes them so excited with you as well. And so that's why I made this page, is because sex education, when it comes to the ASD community, when it comes to neurodivergency in general, is something that I spent a lot of time researching, studying, reading up on, because it fascinates me. It is a deep passion within myself. And so the more that I get to talk about it, the more that I get to learn about it and express it and share it with other people, the more I feel as if my life has purpose. Like, the more that I'm excited to wake up the next morning. So for me, I think my biggest love language that I love to express is info dumping. And so if anyone has any time, please comment below which one of these neurodivergent love languages you find relating to the most, and let me know if you've heard these before, if there's any other ones that I didn't discuss in this video, and please let me know what you think. I'm so happy to be here and talking about these things. And remember, everyone deserves love, everyone deserves happiness, and you just need to find the right one that works for you. So thank you so much for being here and watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!